Hey everybody, Asher here, back with more Renowned Explorers. Yes, it's Free Play Friday again. We're just going to keep it rolling here. We did a little bit of the out-of-town stuff at the end of last video, or out-of-mission stuff last time. And you may have noticed that I did hold on to my tiny little bits of insight, my little bits of research, and I didn't drop any gold. Let's go back to the shop real quick, because maybe it would be useful for me to pick up one of these, whether it's the engineer perk or the survivalist. Now, I maybe do just want to go ahead and give him for that. It does spend all of my money, but we are hopefully going to be able to cash in on status eventually, because that's kind of where we're going for. But that makes him, and we're going to have to get out of this menu to see that a little bit better here. Let's hit escape a few times. He now is level 4 survivalist, which means things that require survivalist will be even easier for him. We have a level 3 diplomat, we have a level 3 beguiler. And one of the reasons that I'm not using my insight right now is because at the next level, Kwame does get a nice thing to boost your campaign and use another skill, which is African Roots, which is when you campaign in Timbuktu. What does that mean? Well, there's different upgrades that you can get between missions, and we will get there eventually. Because it's time to choose an expedition, and I think, based on everything that is around here, there probably is some min-max answer, but we're going to Mali. It's the newer content for this game, as it were, but you are up for a unique chance to explore the island in search of mysterious witch doctor. Serves a full good-spirited villagers, devious hyenas, and friendly approach might help. So, rogue, athlete, and beguiler challenges, you might find a lot of gold. Problem is, we have a diplomat, we have a beguiler, we have a survivalist. So, while this may not be the #1 best place for me to go, we're going to go anyway. So, let's do it. Alright, recently the world has grown interested in the cultural treasures from West Africa. A group of people little studied and understood still lives in these areas. A prosperous clan lives in a large village somewhere. Kwame is positive that you'll find treasure there. So there is our goal. However, the village is not kind to strangers. The leader, a witch doctor, has always refused to please the travelers. He says he finds them boring, rude, and could not touch his heart. If you want the best results, you'll have to find out how to please. So we'll see what that means. Now, there's a few different things that you can do here. And we are kind of in the desert, so we have the fog of desert, as it were. We do want to get to the witch doctor eventually, but I guess we're going to start with an encounter, because you do have these different icons, which is a little unlike FTL, that do tell you what's there, but because there are some practical resources that can be found here. We might want to go there first, because we may be able to bump up our supplies from 10 to later 10. Between some sturdy rocks, you see a pretty big cave. A cool breeze is coming out. Now we could go ahead and try and do this, and we're in the cave. The cool air makes the lone travel, but Pedro seems jumpy. And we go left, right, or straight. Let's go straight, because there's no light there. And surprised by his tomb inside the cave is a group of scorpions. They're aggressive. Cool. That could have gone worse. Now there's different things that we can do. We can get a campaign bonus for finishing friendly. That's from one of our people that we brought in last time that I can't actually look at here. But we do have some very angry looking scorpions, and you see, if you click on them, you actually get to look at your stats. They're not strong, but they do sting. Be careful for their poisonous attacks. Now, I do have party time here, which we could start with that. I mean, if we, one thing that I guess I could do first is just try and, we're not going to do it that way. If we buff you up, that's Pedrino. If we buff him up, he's now excited, and because he's excited, he has extra speech power. Then all you gotta do is move here, and we can do party time, which took me a while to figure out how to actually use. Looks like it's actually gonna affect one person, so this was a pretty terrible misplay. Instead of giving ourselves armor penalty, that was actually a really big misplay. Oh, well, we're gonna do it anyway. Let's party. I thought this would hit 2 of them, but we're not in hexagonal land, we're in square land right now, so we're dire, and dire is not good. But the important thing is because these guys are all clumped up, might not be able to do too much hurt here, or we could also be losing some resolve here in just a minute. So that's one scorpion down with the power of friendship. We have negative armor, so this is probably going to hurt. Oh, we missed! And there we go, we kind of dodged a bullet there. Now we still want to finish things all friendly-like. So we can try it this way. Yeah, that party time ability is one of the strongest things in the game. And it has increased damage if you hit more people with it, so that's a plus. Let's go and see if we can take out this little scorpion. See, everybody's happy. Right now, the enemies don't have, like, a lot of nasty defenses. Wow, really? Okay, well, we'll see if we can hurt his feelings a little bit. Oh, I don't like snakes. And Scorpion's very confused about all the mixed signals, which is fine. Important thing is that we got grit, which is good. And we still have friendly as our overall mood, which means if we kill this guy with hugs and kisses, it'll be okay, as he's missing again. Very fortunate there. Let's see if we can take him out now with the power of happiness and maracas. What a happy little guy. Scorpion is excited about your cause and stops resisting, and we get a devious victory, which means no campaign token. That's unfortunate. These insects are taken care of when your crew further investigates the tomb. Seems to belong to a young prince. His burial treasure is yours for the taking. Now we only get a treasure token instead of a special token. So we'll have to deal with... We'll talk about that a little bit later, because some of that's RNG. Not quite playing in my favor, but... you keep walking for hours and you're running out of torches. The crew is about to turn back when Pedrino sees the sight at the end of the tunnel. And let's go to the unknown location. Uh-oh. You're outside. A moment too late, a big chunk of cave collapses. The crew presses onto the witch doctor. That's unfortunate, because I kind of did want to go over there. But, I mean, we also got to kind of skip to further in the map, so we got 2 moves for the price of 1. That's not awful. Let's go back here first. Okay, a little hut. Take a look inside. Now, a lone lady's trying to move around furniture, and we don't have a lot of good bonuses here. Now, what I can do is use a tool to try and get this to go, but I only have 1 right now. You could say our house looks beautiful as to evade the chore. It's probably what we're going to do. We get 1 campaign, which is really unfortunate, because we just don't have the abilities to make some of these things work. Let's see what's over here. So, a mysterious villager where everyone wears masks. A guard stops you. You're not allowed in. Only those with a prestigious mask can go in. Now, fortunately, her beguiler skill is actually going to save us here. At one point, a masked villager falls from Marie's charms. You really like my cute nose? Hi! Oh, wait, you're just acting impressive. You could call that a mask indeed. So they let us in and we get some campaign. And what else? You're allowed to stay the night in the village. Pedrino jokes to Maria that now that you got their trust, you can burn the whole place down. Maria reacts shocked, but soon finds out that Pedrino is only kidding. There's so much to do here. What can you do? Now we do have different skills that we can get. Level 2 beguiler, level 1 diplomat. I want to check their skills here. We could beguile, we could diplomatically acquire a resting place. We could learn more about the masks. So we can get here, let's say, or make some new friends, which allows Kwame and the crew to get some supplies or gain some resolve. Now resolve, if you lose all your resolve, the game's over. But I do like having all the bread. So that's good here. I think I'm okay with 4 resolve. Learn more about the mask. Campfire Kwame listens to the stories. The Mask of Madness. It is said that when a whole city's in ruin, that only hide in the veil of emotions, whatever that may mean, we get a secret token. Secret tokens are pretty nice. So we can get the mask from an unsuspecting villager. Uh-oh, no one's surprised, really. Maria manages to seduce an unsuspecting villager, such levels that his mask starts glowing red. He wants to show his love for Maria with a gift. He offers some expensive jewelry or a special memento. Poor fool has no idea. So we can get a treasure hunt and 4 campaign, or we can gain a mask charm, which is not a treasure, so I'm not really going to do that very much. There's more your crew can do, or we can leave. Try Kwame and the crew leave. It's time to leave. They weirdly masked men wave you goodbye. So now that we're here, we can actually backtrack a little bit because we're back up to 10 supplies. I don't know how far we'll be able to take it, though. Or you find a suspicious young man. He seems to be very afraid of your crew. Alright, well, we can talk him down. The young man is put at ease by Kwame's charisma. He starts talking. I really like swords. And we get 1 campaign or 1 campaign. Cool, I guess, but I really like swords. And we don't have a sword. Young man seemingly, but I really like swords. Okay. This is going over. Maria's obviously frustrated that nothing happened. That's too bad. No debuff for Maria. But I guess if there's something that I could have had there, we could have made that possibly work. Alright, two young snakes fighting. Their movements are very different from what you're used to. You take some time to study them. So that's how we get a little bit of research. Now I could go over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is probably connected down there. So we're okay right now. I could actually go for some potential supplies. Potential. Only potential. Alright, so bounty of space. The crew is tired, but you feel that someone might find some supplies with some effort. So it's good that he's a survivalist, because otherwise we'd have some problems here. Now we can get 1 supply or 3 supplies, which puts us all the way back up. And we get a collect token. So see, we're mostly focusing on campaign, but we do have secret, which is very good. You get a lot of status and research. And renown. Collect tokens, not so big a deal. Treasure hunts are nice because that's going to give us a lot of money, assuming we make it through the mission. Okay, so valuables, lucky find, and we are at 9 supplies, so we're actually doing really good. You find a weird yellow mask. Message inscribed, putting this mask will weaken you, but it will bring you mystic blessings. 10 speech defense. Well, Maria's probably going to be from furthest away. So we'll keep her there. So we got 3 studies. So that's a little bit of research at the expense of speech defense. We'll see if that's a big mistake for later on or not. Alright, a group of scared elephants is coming towards you. Now this is why we have tools here. Okay, we have grit right now, which is good. We have 68 because he has speech power. We use a tool here, it makes it really, really close to success. Of course, you can fail. But let's go ahead and see if we can calm the elephants. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, come on. Oh, we fail. So after dodging 2 elephants, Maria said eventually you make it out, but it'll take a while until Maria's unable to continue the journey. So Maria is now wet noodle defenses. Like she has negative 20 armor. Not good. So we gotta watch it. So see, 7%, it does happen. You see a small lake where lots of animals can take a drink, and we get 2 more supplies. So we are okay right now. Now this is a blank place. We can go back down to this challenge, or we can go up here. Let's see if we can get some status. Oh, we actually have kind of a secret area here. And there's always these little mini-boss places, so we're definitely going to check that out. Weird green mask. So weaken you, but it'll bring you mystic blessings. To minus 10 speech. I kind of like having speech. But we'll take Kwame with it. However, you feel more famous, so 3 campaign for a little less, that's fine. We'll go over here. This should be alright. Okay, you've found a forgotten mud city. Legend tells the Mask of Madness is said to be brought this place ruined. So it must be around here somewhere, so let's look for the Mask of Madness. The ruined mud buildings are impressive. It's almost someone has been maintaining. The crew looks around. The central tower seems to be the obvious place to go. Oh look, when you enter the central tower, you find quite a scene. The walls are fully decorated with many masks. Not only that, but you find your rivals, Virginia James, the stout American explorer. She and her crew are looking around puzzled. Are we too late? You fear you're too late, but Virginia seems to just about given up. Nope, none of these are... Nope, it's none of these masks. Oh, I didn't see there. We're looking for the Mask of Madness, but it's not here. It looks like you chased it down, but maybe there's a hint somewhere. Alright, so we can do some of the blue options here, which is probably better. Let's try and make everyone smile. Everyone's laughing out loud due to Maria's approach. However, all the masks turn gray. Everyone is still laughing, and it's clear you made the wrong choice. And you leave the towers of mud. In a moment, you search for the mask. The mask has reached a disappointing conclusion. Kwame's left the question. Where is the mask hidden? So that's part of the fun of not knowing the game here. Maybe I should have just made people sad or crazy or something. I don't know. I've debuffed myself like crazy at this point. Let's see if we can get something good here. Well, we have 5 supplies left. A hermit villager is playing around with some monkeys in the jungle. He seems distracted. His head seems to be holding a genuine treasure. And we say a treasure's up for grabs. Kwame is a dastardly plan. Sneak around and take the bitten mask while the monkey lover ain't looking. Are you allowed to say that? Padrino is appalled you don't go around taking other people's treasures. By the way, I didn't actually lose the tool because I failed that challenge. Forgot to say that before. Kwame assures Patrino that you're only borrowing it for an indefinite time. That's not right. Patrino, we solve for this. Kwame calls Patrino a blockhead for not taking a treasure like an explorer. Patrino retorts calling Kwame Captain Big Chin. Uh-oh. Within seconds, a fight breaks out. You notice laughter. Hermit and Monkey are making fun of you. Yee-ah-oh! Your best monkey is a translator too. I can't believe they're fighting over this old mask. If those befitting baboons want so bad, they can have it. So we get a secret and a treasure. That was nice. So we get 4 campaigns, 6 collect, and no like other little buffs. You leave the mask in your hands, however, both Kwame and Pedrino are ashamed of their behavior and apologize. Oh, it was indeed a shameful display. Yay. So there's more things that we can get here. We could do a nature challenge for research. We have 5 before we get to this place, and it's not exactly the most connected here. So let's see if we can get some status, get some research, and see what's over here. Right, an audit committee for the Witch Doctor approaches as, you seem moderately interesting. Maybe you would be like to enlist in waiting for those who amuse the Witch Doctor. You might give some reward for foreign tricks. Waiting time is 5 months. Well, we do want to meet the Witch Doctor. That's a long time to wait. We must speak to him now, or we can have Maria, who's a beguiler, persuade the villagers. They say, whoa, Maria, you sure have something to say? We'll make sure you only have to wait 2 months. And it's going to be a while, so we still got to try and convince him. Yay! Alright, now look at this. Okay, sorry, just had to check something there. We have some different options here. We could be aggressive. The villagers are punched into endorsing you. We get some collection. Devious, the villagers trick you. That's not great. Or we can convince the villagers just by being friendly. So this is where you want to start having your stuff in order. Now, when we have little sand pits like this and we have a whole bunch of people there, you can note, too, that some people are a lot stronger. 32 spirit, 30 spirits. And the wise villagers' words reach an aura of effect. Versions of confident and terrified, so be careful. So this is an excited weakness character. Regardless, we'll start here. And this is just going to be a completely friendly encounter. Can I not? There we go. So if we put Maria back here, one of the things that is kind of telling about combat here is, while balancing this stuff is pretty important. The other thing that is always a little interesting to me is just that... okay, I'm going to try and get a better actual attack here. So we're going to move our guys back just a little bit. Because there's no, like, big penalty. There's no big penalty for doing that. We can make them come to us. At least not in this encounter. I'm sure there's other encounters. Sometimes they'll send reinforcements and stuff. Okay. Let's see if we can do Pedrino's thing a little bit better today. If I move him... Let's go ahead and move him over here first. And I can jump right here, and I only AoE 2 people still. Oh well. Let's wait on that. Reason I want to wait is just so that we can do this. And by the way, that's a little happy face over there. By the way, that guy still counts on the field for times when you can't... Actually, there's some skills that you can't use when an enemy's next to you. The ones off the map, actually, I've seen do count. So we can kill the wise villager right now. We can get the other... I mean, befriend them with a party! The Mally villager is excited and stop resisting. Yay. We'll get this guy up here and just give him a big hug. See, this is where knowing your strategy in there helps. And I don't even need to use physical attacks. I don't even want to, because that'll just be aggressive. But all I did there was buff his happiness and then did a big AoE clear. And dandy, 14. Alright. Let's see if we can just end this now. Would like to do this and give him possibly a speech increase buff for getting the last hit. So friendly! And we convince the villagers, and Maria gets the speech defense and speech power, which is fine. More important thing is we got encounter tokens and lots of campaign tokens. And they're pressed. We have to admit, you're pretty cool, especially you, Maria. You're like the best person like ever. We'll make sure you can get an auto whenever you get over there. Kwame is definitely making new friends with his friendly attitude. One local specific is determined to aid you with his or her talent. This person would make a fine merchant, lobbyist, student, journalist, or trader. I could do student. It's a little tough. Because I wouldn't mind status, I wouldn't mind research. But I think I'm going to go with lobbyist. We're going to double down on that. Because right now our entourage, 3 lobbyists, 1 student. Students are not quite as strong, and we do have this here. We can try and get some more study later on. We don't need a ton of research yet. Alright, so we got 4 more supplies. So we should be able to do this. Right. When a crew splits up to cover a large area, Maria finds a small mud pyramid. You can hear hissing of snakes. You're gonna find something really good in there, but it's gonna be tough. It must be resolve breaking. Okay, so we can lose one resolve to get a treasure. Let's do it. In a hellish tour, Maria kicks around the snakes desperately, but Maria makes it to the center of the pyramid. There you find a clay tablet. So, a great source of studying the West Africa history. After choosing, Maria rushes back to the crew, not wanting to be put as snakes any longer. The crew is impressed with Maria's bravery. So, see, that's one thing that I do like about this game, is that resolve is a resource that you can use, but it's not always for just like obvious purposes here. Okay, now looks like those two are connected, so I'm gonna go here potentially. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. We can get some money. I kind of want to see if this is better. Doesn't look like it is. A convoy of miners passing by. Representative of the mining company sees you and wants a word with you. Now this is the kind of encounter that if you're not friendly, it could make some things be really kind of like nasty. Alright, so hey, I don't know about you guys in the Northern, don't I know you from the Explorers newspaper from somewhere in the back section? Quite a reputation. Would you like to be interested in using some of that reputation and put a good word for our company? You'll be rewarded handsomely. So you had this little accident, and now these locals are moaning in unnecessary details such as safety and human rights, and it's annoying. Now I could get money, I could get campaign. I think I'm just going to go for campaign. As nice as the money would be, I do have some treasure hunt there, so money's not going to be too much of an issue. Trina's fed up with this man who has no respect for human life, and out of nowhere, Trina punches him right in the nose. You quickly leave the scene before that time for chances are pretty high the locals will hear about this. Yay! So there's an opportunity for money. Looks like we're just going to have one more jump or stop before we go to the boss. It's too bad we didn't get to fight a mini-boss today. Alright, so lucky find a skeleton and a camel lies partially buried in the sand. Must have been a caravan camel that's loaded with valuables. So look at that. We get even more things. Let's go ahead and go to this area. Alright, so we have 0 supplies. Now it's time to visit the witch doctor. Maybe Kwame and the crew will be able to get a rare local treasure. Once you visit a village, the expedition will be over, and I can't sit here and save and quit because we are in that mode of difficulty. What a unique village. Every villager all get around the central place when it takes place. You only hear, meh, these people are boring, and I will not give them a treasure. Send them away. That must be the witch doctor, so take a closer look. Hello, witch doctor, you're right. The witch doctor just sent 2 other explorers away. Turns his eyes to Kwame, obviously annoyed that another person has come to audit. Another annoying group of scugs. Go away, you're not getting anything. Now this is interesting that both of these people are doing so well. So we're going to do Kwame here, if only because Maria's gotten a lot of spotlight here. So Kwame is going to try and charm. And notice we didn't have to do like the barrel roll there. Just in most old people, Kwame has to put a lot of effort to make his point, but after a few minutes of loud conversation, witch doctor's at least stalled. Okay, let me consider. Great, maybe he'll give us a treasure. The witch doctor turns to his dog committee. These young folks on the list or something, are these people amusing of some sort? Uh-oh, it looks like your chances depending on these guys. Who we met! Yeah, it does give you a good word for you. You tell witch doctor how strong your personality is and that he should hear from you. It seems the previous approach had benefited you. Thanks, committee. The witch doctor turns again. Okay, fine. Amuse me. Does a handstand or Maria does a little dance? We'll let Maria do the dance. Not very amused. It's all very boring. You should bring something special, but you're like all those other beggars for treasure. Witch doctor's had enough of you. Stop being so entitled. Check your privilege. I don't even want to talk to these arrogant fools. Boo, these pesky foreigners. So it's time to engage. Friendly style. Isn't that fun? Now we have a few different options here, and it's interesting that none of them are really terrible. We can get intimidation, we can get devious, or we can get just giving the treasure, getting some campaign, and getting some bonus collect. Let's go ahead and start. Now it's all still very friendly up in here. And where is our witch doctor buddy? We do have masked villager, and this is going to be a little bit of a longer fight from the looks of it. Wise Mallee villager. Do we actually... Because some of these encounters sometimes are just very large groups of regular enemies instead of the boss. And that's kind of what this one looks like it's going to be. Alright, well... Maybe I should have had him do a handstand, but it probably wouldn't have done anything. Alright, now we have one wise villager over here. How far can you go? Probably... up to here. Let's go ahead and take this one out. Now, because we have a lot of narrow paths here, it's not going to be great for the AoE style. But from the looks of it, I might be able to actually squeeze you up here, out of harm's way a little bit, maybe. Now, I can use friendly abilities to heal my team. And he's not exactly defenseless. Can anybody else reach him? No, it looks like only get one attack. My goal is to be able to AoE those people. And we got another villager over here, so let's end turn. Alright, so what do we got? Now, when you're Dandy, you're pretty... Oh, God. That was bad. I hope that's not me being stunned by everybody right now, but it might be. Alright, so our turn right now. We have a little bit of a glow here, and we have this person who's in danger, so we're just going to try and... well, we got to deal with this. We got to deal with this person first. Unfortunately, I don't know if we can. Alright, she can't move super far. He can move all the way over here. And that'll actually knock that out. Note that I am not using really like increased items or anything right now. Let's go ahead and try and run you back. And we'll see if we can at least go ahead and heal a little bit. Yeah. 9 healing is better than no healing. And hopefully these wise villagers don't go and wreck me. Although I do have some resolve. It'd be a little irresponsible to use this. Oh boy. Now one of the problems with what's happening right here... Okay, so I'm going to have to actually... I may have actually just ended my run prematurely just because I got a little careless here. Alright. Oh, good. He actually did not fall out. The one problem that I am having right now, other than these guys being able to AoE from really far, is that we got to run you away as best we can. I guess we're going to put you right here as a kind of chump blocker, but I don't want to get AoE'd all to hell. How far can you guys go? You can go up to there, so I think I do want to put you here. So we're just going to do cheer for you, mostly a heal. I'm not going to party time yet, maybe next turn. Tiny ass heal, because unfortunately that big heal doesn't actually heal him, so it's kind of a mistake to do it that way. And yeah, I think that's it. Alright, so hopefully Padrino is gonna be okay. He is getting a little happier here. Fumble, thank goodness. Okay, that's not good. Alright, now we have 2 resolve left. We got a lot of people to try and fight. So let's see if we can make this happen. First off, we haven't even used Seduce yet. So we may need to use that before time's up. So we have 2 resolve left. We really don't want to get AoE'd here. And his healing is not really going to do a lot. And I don't think I can hit but one person right now from the way they're stacked up, so... Alright. It's gonna be tough. Alright, please don't knock him out. There we go, one more resolve down. Like I said, this is my first time actually doing the Mali mission, and it seems to be not going very well, because the next time I lose somebody, that's it. And that's it! So after doing so well, the resolve's broken and our run's done. That's a little sad for Free Play Friday. Actually, First time I've actually lost this, and we're doing so well on the mission. I just mismanaged the fight. But hey, that's roguelikes for you, and I've heard from some other people, at least in their assessment of Mali, that it is a little bit tougher than some of the other 2-star places. At least that's probably because it's a little different. But hey, that's it for now. This is Asher. Renowned Explorers, it's fun. I can do it again if y'all'd like, but still, it's one of those games that I just kind of... I want to learn a little more about it, and I'm not exactly sure if I'm doing it right. I definitely should have tried a little harder to spread out and get in a good position to actually use my big abilities instead of sit there and be happy, but oh well. We're taking an indefinite vacation in Mali, so that's not the end of the world. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.